From fire to technology, powerful forces have shaped our world. Just as fire transformed early human civilizations by providing warmth, shelter, and cooking capabilities, technology today has revolutionized our world by providing communication, transportation, and countless other support for other industries. I'm sure many of you are sitting here wondering, what is a 16-year-old girl doing here giving you a TED Talk? She wasn't even around when MySpace wasn't a thing, and she hasn't even graduated yet. But hey, let me tell you this. God knows why, but I have a Facebook account. I had an iPad 1, and I'd like to think that I've done my research. So I hope that you all can trust me. My journey starts here in 2007 when I was born. From 2007 and onwards, I've seen the world go from Skype all the way to ChatGPT. I've seen technology transform the way we live, the way we communicate, and the way we work in just 16 years, and I've seen its benefits and negative effects continue to grow and expand. Now, you'd think that growing up with technology for so long, I would have finally figured this all out by now, but I still don't get the difference between restart and reset on my iPhone. But speaking of the iPhone, I'm sure that many of you have heard of Steve Jobs, but how many of you have actually heard of Ada Lovelace? Let's get a quick show of hands. Around one person, two people, three? That's what I thought. Well, Lovelace can be considered the mother of the computer. Long before the first computer was invented, she actually came up with the first computer language. And she's often considered to be the world's first computer programmer. As a woman, I feel a strong connection to Lovelace and her contributions to the field of technology. And despite her groundbreaking efforts, she's often overlooked. She's not an inspiration to myself, but she's an inspiration to all women, and she shows that gender does not determine a person's true potential. Now, remember when I was talking about figuring this whole technology deal out? Well, that never really started before August 4th, 2020. It was a normal day. I was coming home at around, I think, 7:30, 8 p.m.-ish, and everything was normal. I walked upstairs, my brother was on the TV, the smell of Febreze was taking over, and I'd left the lights on in my room, and I thought, wow, my dad is gonna kill me for that one. But that wasn't my biggest concern. I opened my phone, I checked my Instagram, and my heart just shattered. The world around me had come to a standstill. The smell of Febreze earlier, that's gone. Now, all I could smell was fear, and all I could smell was pain. I saw videos and photos of people's homes being destroyed. I saw videos and photos of people losing their loved ones. And right away, I thought, I need to call my friends and family back at home just to make sure that they are okay. And I waited anxiously. The minutes felt like hours. The hours felt like days. The days felt like months. And I just needed them to respond. And I felt powerless. And I felt helpless. And from that day on, I questioned, what is it that I can do to help? What technology could be implemented in my country to help? But also, what negative effects could it have? Now, I'm going to take you on my messy train of thought here, but I'll try to make this as clear as it can possibly be. From the inventions of cars all the way to AI, robots, and the internet, technology has transformed our world so much to the point where it's irreversible. Technology's helped us treat diseases, it's helped us fight off cancer, it's helped economies grow, it's helped businesses globalize, and it's also helped me find a reasonable excuse as to why I didn't get my homework done. But here's a more specific example. Drones. Drones were originally created for a positive effect. According to a report from the World Health Organization, around 400 million people do not have access to essential healthcare services. And in a TED Talk given by Darlene Dam in 2017, she talks about her working experience in Matternet, a company that used to use drones to provide people with medicine if they didn't have easy access to it. So this seems great, right? Drones are helping us get one step closer to combating the world's most pressing social problems. And technology seems to have a similar effect. Just like how fire can warm up your house on a dark winter night, right? But fire can be dangerous if not used properly, and technology has a similar effect. So this raises the question, is technology in our world positive or is it negative? Now let's get a show of hands for positive. Around half of you, yeah? And negative? Few of you, yeah? Well, what if I were to tell you that the answer is none of the above? Technology on its own can't be defined as good, nor can it be defined as evil, but it instead depends on the person using it and their intentions. Let's go back to drones here. According to a report from the UN, the amount of Lebanese households that lack access to proper healthcare has increased by 24% from 2019 to 2021. So what if drones were used to help combat this issue? That's great, right? But drones can kill. ISIS actually used drones by attaching grenades to them, and they dropped these grenades on villages, killing many, many people and destroying many, many homes. So let's go back and think about this a bit. Is technology really dependent on a person's intentions? Yeah, right? Because drones, for example, they can go from helping lives to killing people. But what about this? What about the unexpected wind and weather conditions that come with starting a fire? I'll give you an example here. A teacher that I know once left her phone on the top of her car to go look for her keys. When she found her keys, she drove off to the mall, as per normal, and she only realized that she had left her phone on the top of her car after she got to the mall. So if you haven't noticed already, she lost her phone. But it wasn't her intention to lose her phone, nor was it the purpose of her phone. But hey, it happened, and it's the unpredictable that let this happen. Here's another example, a false missile alert. On January 13th, 2018, a false missile alert was issued in Hawaii, and it told residents to seek shelter, and the message concluded with, "This is not a drill." Now, the reason for this was because of previously escalating tensions between the United States and North Korea, including nuclear threats by both countries. And this alert was received by citizens on their phones, it was received on their TVs, and it was received on their radios through the emergency alert system. The effects of the whole event are not really significant, but they shed the light on the detrimental effects technology can have when it is unpredictable. Many people actually struggled to reach 911 on that day. So many people were calling going, "Hey, what's this alert I just got on my phone? I don't know what's going on." But what about the people that had a real emergency that wasn't a misunderstanding? They couldn't reach 911, and their lives were being put at risk. And according to a report from the Federal Communications Commission, many people experience severe emotional trauma. Many people experience fear. Many people experience anxiety. Many people experience trauma. All for what? Because technology is unpredictable. And this whole event cannot be traced back to any form of criminal activity, meaning that there are zero external factors to blame. So moral of the story, I would like you all to consider the unexpected wind and weather conditions that come with starting a fire before that fire is actually started. I encourage you all to think critically about how technology has impacted your daily lives and how it could impact your future lives. I encourage you to participate in discussions with tech companies, policymakers, and other stakeholders to ensure that the future of our technology is as positive as it can truly be. Let's take responsibility for the creation of technology, just how we've learned to harness and control the power of fire for warmth and shelter without causing harm. And please, don't forget your phones on the top of your cars. Thank you.